Greetings from a nice, long, wonderful day, finally culminating in a wonderful evening and night in this Himalayan retreat. And today I'd like to talk of something close to my heart. And close to my gender. It is basically about the divine feminine principle, or the energy of shakti. Shakti is an inherent right of every female. And it's not something every female tends to, come here Charlie, come, that every female tends to embody. And that is because the feminine has been very confused and disoriented about her feminine powers, about her innate capacity as a woman, as a female. And she has been jostled over the centuries by social requirements of how she needs to be. And as time has passed and the postmodernism and so-called emancipation, the feminine has been deeply impacted in the wrong way. Here I mean to say that the woman has been subjugated. The divine principle has been subjugated by the social patriarchal masculine. You see, and a lot of it is to do because the woman tends to get vulnerable once she produces a child or children. And so she gets on with taking care of those young dependents. And a lot of other things happen in the way that she gets subjugated. The very reason why a woman should be actually looked up to is due to her capacity to procreate as the creator. She is more aligned with the creative principle, but she has been overlooked in exactly the same place. If you look at the number of priests and bishops and popes and everybody in the Christian area, or monks in the Buddhist area, or pundits in the Hindu pantheon, or rabbis, or anyone, despite our age today of intellectual equality, if not betterment, the feminine has been greatly underrated and gaslit into a state of submission by the ego of the masculine patriarchy. I am not a conventional feminist, and this is not a conventional feminist speech. This is simply a recognition of how things are and how things appear You know, if a woman acts vulnerable and feeds a male ego as being vulnerable and, weak, uh, the male ego then moves to be protective towards her. But if a woman is strong and expresses her divine feminine strength, she is actually pretty much burnt at the stake in a different way today, but it's still prevalent. And I won't speak of countries where the culture literally looks down upon a woman, and it's basically cattle class, if I may say. And so all this is happening in this world where we are living today, or in certain very emancipated countries, women are treated like the meat market. You are like in the Playboy center page or whatever, and so you're no better than a piece of meat for people. You're totally objectified only for your body. And that's another aspect of feminine exploitation. And I'm not saying that those women are dragged, at gunpoint to do that. The social construct is such that it actually lets the woman believe that this is a freedom that she can exercise in order to go ahead in life in the material sense. And this is what I'm trying to say, that this is not part of the divine feminine. This is a subjugation of the divine feminine, because the divine feminine is deeply feared. And why is she feared? It is because she is not revered as the divine feminine. It's because women who, the Snow Whites and the Cinderellas are much preferred, you see, because it pumps up the male ego. The male feels he is in control, he is in charge, and etc. It is about limiting ourselves to the ego. Not that the ego cannot be used in the spiritual sense. The ego can be used. If a woman feels an indignity has been committed to her, on her, it is an egoic understanding of what has happened, and through that she can escalate into her sense of outrage, which can escalate into her sense of power, which is then escalating into something sacred and divine. And she can draw that lightning power into herself, and she can become that. She can manifest that divinity, that Kali, through that. If she has developed the circuitry within herself through sacred practices and strengthened her electrical conduits, the feminine principle is very powerful and should not be underestimated. Not every woman has realized the Kali in herself, unfortunately. And not every woman, if I may say, may possess the Kali energy either. It takes a certain kind of person, it takes a certain kind of feminine power that can download the Kali energy. There are so many goddesses in the Indian pantheon of sensibilities and sensitivities. There is goddess Lakshmi, there is goddess Saraswati, there is goddess n number of goddesses, Durga, there is goddess Kali, and Kali has so many different incarnations like Chinnamasta, like Dhumavati. These are all different sensitivities emanating from the same goddess, goddess Parvati, Uma. These are all various sensitivities of the goddess energy which ignite certain women. Maybe it is Saraswati for someone, maybe it is Lakshmi for someone, maybe it is Radha for someone, maybe it is the entire aspect of feminine energy, of the divine principle, of the divine feminine has been established through meditative techniques and given a form and given a personality and given characteristics which may fit one person, which may fit another person and another person. But in this world as it is today, you need to be of the highest shakti definition. And the highest shakti definition is Kali, is Ma Kali. Ma for mother, Ma Kali. And Kali is the goddess of this age. Kali is the goddess principle, the feminine principle for a woman's highest decibel of power. Therefore, all female friends, all female people of this world, Jai Mahakali, Prachanda Sundari. Thank you.